Jacklin, 11-1-1 from London, Ontario. He's got 3 knockouts. He tipped the scales this morning at 179.5 pounds. 5 rounds of light heavyweight action. And Blinky Rodriguez has rejoined me here at ringside. And Blinky, obviously, 2 very disappointed fighters in Vince Ross and Hector Pena. But I'll tell you what, this 5-round light heavyweight fight between Mendez and Jacklin, I think, is going to be one heck of a fight. Let's go right now. Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official introduction for this 5-round fight.
5 rounds of kickboxing. We present light heavyweights in the ring. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. In the ring, he is wearing gold pants with black trim and hailing from San Jose, California. His weight this evening, 179.5 pounds. His undefeated young record, 2 wins, no losses. Both of his wins by way of knockout. Please welcome a kickboxer they call Javier Thunder Mendez. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 5-round bout, he is wearing purple pants with white trim. Hailing from London, Ontario, Canada. His weight this evening is also 179.5 pounds. His fine record, 11 wins, only 1 loss, 1 draw with 3 wins by way of knockout. Introducing Ian, the Jackal Jacklin. Once again, fans, here's your referee in charge now to give instructions.
Ian Jacklin and Javier Mendez. And keep in mind, Ian Jacklin KO'd Gabe Carmichael, another outstanding light heavyweight fighter.
Okay, I want to remind you,
and he did it in rather convincing fashion.
Protect yourself at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to a neutral corner. Let's have a good fight.
Now, it does not appear, Blinky, as if either fighter will have a height or a reach advantage.
No, it doesn't, but if you look at the structure and the body frame of Javier Mendez, it looks like the type of fighter that would have, looks like he would be crowding more because of his build. Trying to unload more with power. Immediately, Ian Jacklin comes out and starts popping, a left leg side kicks on a defensive. There he comes up with it again, but he didn't let it go that time. On the other hand, we have Javier Mendez trying to get to the inside.
Now Mendez, remember back about a year ago, he fought Thunderwolf in what he calls the best fighter he's ever faced.
Right off the bat, I can see that Ian Jacklin is a fairly smart fighter. He's pulling out on a counter. At the same time, he pops that left leg defensively, kind of like a jab. There it goes again, keeping Mendez off him. And then coming back with a jab right cross.
There it is. Look at that picture. Come on, baby. Right there, E. That's it.
There's that jab that Blinky spoke of, the left foot of Ian Jacklin.
Now Ian is also using the left jab, his hand. So he's popping the left leg and the left hand. There it goes again with the left leg. Coming back with a front kick to the body.
We're in the first round of this scheduled 5-rounder. These are light heavies.
Break, hold it!
Mendez, when he does work his way inside, just as simply isn't busy enough.
No, he's not, but it's also the first round. I think he's trying to get his distance.
I know something about McCain Super Fries that you don't know. Yeah, what? They're low in saturated fats. I know something you don't know, McCain Super Fries. Yeah, what's that? The Crystal Free. I know something about McCain Super Fries that neither of you know. What's that? I just ate the last one.
Oven-baked McCain Super Fries. Low in saturated fats, cholesterol-free, and loaded with taste.
Yeah, sure. I understand. Thanks anyways. Bye. Hi, I'm calling about your ad in the paper. Yes, I could start right away. No, I don't have a high school diploma. I understand. Thanks anyways. Bye.
Dropping out is no way out. To get 2 important booklets, call 1-800-661-2525.
A very intense Ian Jacklin, the Canadian, listening to every word, hanging on every word from his corner as Mendez is up first. We're set to go now. This is round 2.
I can hear the corner of Mendez telling him in Spanish, muévase a un lado. In other words, move side to side. Don't come in a straight line. Referee Cecil Peoples jumping in there in a hurry, huh? Nice stiff jab by Javier Mendez.
Cecil Peoples doing a fine job telling Jacklin to fight out of that corner. I'm not going to separate you.
A side kick, landing to the head, and then a right hand over the top. Might have stunned Javier Mendez for a second there, but he seems to be okay now.
Go as a knockdown as he put it right on the temple of Jacklin here in round 2.
And Ian Jacklin coming right back with a side kick to the head of Mendez, and Mendez promptly throws 2 right hands over the top, gets a warning from the referee because those are actually rabid punches. Oh, and he runs into a right hand left hook of Ian Jacklin. Both fighters starting to open up now, Phil.
Jacklin fighting off the ring, Mendez in hot pursuit. 10 seconds left now in round 2.
Ian finishing up strong, Phil.
Boy, a flurry of activity in round 2, particularly from that man, Javier Mendez.
And there's that side kick. And here's the overhand right that sent Ian Jacklin to the canvas. You know, I think Ian Jacklin's very fortunate that overhand right didn't catch him right on the chin and did catch him up on the top of the head.
Well, through 2 rounds, you have to like what you've seen from that man, Javier Mendez, who started slowly in the first minute of round 1, and since that time has been all over that man, Ian Jacklin.
You know, normally I would give that round a 2-point round, a 10-8 round to Javier Mendez, Phil, but the fact that Ian did come back with that side kick to the head and then finish strong at the end of the round, I would have given that a 10-9 round.
Good point. Jacklin coming out, sticking out that left foot, as Blinky mentioned at the outset of the fight, using it more as a jab to keep Mendez off balance, to pretty much disrupt his timing.
Yeah, you know, it's a very educated left leg. I mean, he pops it right out there. He's scoring points with it, and at the same time, he's keeping Mendez at distance.
There's a trip, no damage, no foul.
I think what Ian Jacklin's going to have to do is keep his fight plan. And there he counters with the left hook, as I'm saying, keep his fight plan, Phil.
Mendez not hurt, but very upset with himself as blood begins to trickle from the nostril. Slapping left hand, Mendez follows it with a right cross.
Both fighters, game fighters.
And down goes Mendez again with a shot to the stomach. They're going to call it a slip. Wait a minute. They're going to call it a slip.
I'm surprised. I really am. it sure seemed to be like it had a lot of leverage and a lot of thrust on that side kick that put Javier Mendez to the canvas. And here you have Ian once again, you know, very composed fighter, Phil, popping the jab, coming back with the right hand, setting it up off the jab. And any boxer that's watching that has to appreciate the way he's using that left hand and the left leg. Here he comes back downstairs. He has Javier Mendez hurt, but realizes that he's a tough game kid that also has power, so he's going downstairs now to loosen him up a little bit.
10 seconds remain as Mendez tries to load up and end this round in a flurry.
Quality Video presents the most outstanding home video of all time. The World Wrestling Federation's greatest champions. The immortal Hulk Hogan wins the heavyweight championship for an unprecedented third time. Then savagely defends the crown against the devastating power of Sergeant Slaughter in the full fury of the special match, Desert Storm. Thrilled to the unpredictable madness of the Macho Man Randy Savage, locked in mortal combat with the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. The amazing Heart Foundation battle impossible odds as they crush the WWF's toughest tag teams. And finally, a quality video exclusive. Mr. Perfect displays his enormous talent in a never-before-seen intercontinental title bout. 60 minutes of power-packed, non-stop action, plus super rebates on WWF merchandise with every video. Truly your ringside seats to history. The WWF's greatest champions from Quality Video. It's in stores now.
Pieces of protection you trust, depending on where you go. And one that goes anywhere you do. Trust Trojan condoms. Reduce the risk.
TSN is ready to rock with the greatest NHL season ever. And it's gonna be a classic. We're on a roll. Catch the Red Wings and the Canadiens Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. Molson, NHL Tonight on TSN.
Boy, Mendez could avoid that jabbing left foot of Jacklin if he just moved left to right.
Exactly, and that's something that his corner was yelling at him earlier in the fight, was move side to side. And I think this fight in particular, you can see the advantage of having an educated left leg as he threw it right there. The leg is longer than the jab. The left leg is longer than the left jab of Javier Mendez, and so it's what's keeping him away.
Mendez and the yellow pants with black piping. He is undefeated in 2 professional fights. He and Jacklin 11-1-1. Midway now through round 4.
Good right hand by Javier.
Good uppercut by Mendez, and that stops Jacklin momentarily. Just have to sit here at ringside and wonder, Blinky Rodriguez, how the complexion of this fight might differ if Mendez simply moved left to right and right to left.
Yes, many times, you know, you come into a fight and you're getting caught with all kinds of different shots. You get frustrated. You're looking to unload with one big punch, and as a result, you keep running into the same things.
4 rounds are in the book. And Javier Mendez on my unofficial scorecard, Blinky, he needs a knockout to win this fight.
Well, at this stage of the fight, I'm going to have to agree with you, Phil, because of the fact that, look at that left leg right back up in his face again. And he's scoring points every time he lands a shot. There he comes back with a counter right hand right over the jab of Javier Mendez.
We are just seconds away from the 5th and final round. Both fighters have been down once. Neither Jacklin nor Mendez have been seriously hurt. This has been a good one.
There you see Ian Jacklin right there doubling up on that left leg. If Javier Mendez was quick enough, he could sweep the back leg and make him a little more honest about just pampering out there with that left leg.
You mentioned the leg sweeps, Blanky. I think that is a technique that is all too often ignored in kickboxing. You just don't see it as much as you used to.
Well, you don't. You got some particular fighters that their body structure doesn't give them the flexibility of other fighters, and because of it, their kicks are lower, and so what they try to do is overemphasize it. Oh, good counter left hook off the ropes by Ian Jacklin. I think that stunned Javier Mendez.
Good overhand right by Jacklin, and Mendez is stunned.
Good right hand by Mendez. And I tell you what, this is the seesaw round. It's the last round. And those fighters want it. They're going for it, Phil.
The side kick by Jacklin to the chin of Mendez. Spinning back kick lands.
Right hand, left hook, right off the rope. You know, Ian Jacklin is a good counter fighter, Phil. He'll be on the ropes, and not many fighters can punch off the ropes like that.
Boy, Mendez just trying to keep the arms up, trying to survive this fifth and final round. 10 seconds left. And boy, this is a fight you don't want to see in. This has had it all.
There are two kinds of people in the world. Those who want to know.
Harvey, these light delight dinners give us their cholesterol and fat levels.
And those who don't.
Delicious.
To those who want to know.
It's right here on the front.
Light to Light puts it out front.
Where we can see them.
For those who don't want to know. Light to Light simply tastes better than ever. McCain Light Delight. The information's on the outside. The taste is on the inside.
Man, I don't know. I can't find any more words. I'm just blown away. White tires, I like that. You got the ground effects? I like that. I like the front. Yeah, I want one. We can stop this right now. When you say, I want to go now, you go now. And you're going, the car's going to do it. The car's going to do it. And it did. I had to pop my tires off on my car. But this is the real test of any vehicle. The car is an extension of you. You're driving. You want the car to do something. S-curves, the ABS, the braking. You want to do something? You got it. That is neat. You've got all those elements in there. You put them all together, bang, there's your car.
In favor of the winner, Ian Jacklin.
Our accommodations in Anaheim provided to the courtesy of Econo Lodge on Anaheim Boulevard in Anaheim, California. For Blinky Rodriguez, I'm Phil Stone. Thanks for joining us from the Celebrity Theater in Anaheim, California.